Melissa, thank you. A big day for Hot Springs as the city cuts the ribbon on the 100th business to open since the Majestic fire in 2014. THV11's Winnie Wright is live there tonight. She tells us this story is about so much more than business. It's really about a sense of community.
Don, community and history as well. Ever since that Majestic fire, it's been a big problem around here. Most American cities regard their downtown areas as the heart of the city. After the Majestic fire, Hot Springs' heart was broken. But now the city is being compared to a phoenix rising from the ashes. Thursday, the Vault restaurant became the 100th business downtown to open since the Majestic fire.
The Majestic fire was absolutely a turning point in the history of downtown Hot Springs.
It was after the century-old abandoned hotel turned to ashes that a real focus was put on preserving what history was left in Hot Springs.
I'd call it permanence and pride. There's a whole new, fresh perspective on what it is to be in downtown Hot Springs.
Randy Womack, GM at the Vault, calls the unveiling serendipitous. He was the last food and beverage director at the Majestic Hotel.
The lights are from the old Park Hotel. They were on the patio there, and of course they were in a state of disrepair and needed a great home.
Bringing together the worlds of old and new, much like what was done at the Waters Hotel down Central Avenue, another recently opened business.
We're starting to see a lot of people come from out of state, and Hot Springs has become a real big tourist destination.
Waters Hotel owner Bob Kemkes has seen Hot Springs on its best and worst days.
Our spring break season is probably bigger than it's ever been this year, so it's nice to see. And now a lot of that stems from having more to offer visitors.
Paul McCaskill with the Hot Springs Chamber says the proof of change is in the numbers.
In addition to 100 new businesses, we've also seen 82 of these commercial buildings bought and sold since the Majestic fire, and we've seen over $80 million reinvested into downtown Hot Springs.
Before the Majestic fire, McCaskill says about 70% of downtown businesses were occupied. Now he puts that number close to 100%.
It's just a good day for Hot Springs and a good day for Arkansas.
Congressman Bruce Westerman, who was on hand for the event, was integral in saving the historic preservation tax credit program that many business developers relied upon to pay for these big projects.
We wanted to keep those historic tax credits in place so that we could see more development, so that we could see more jobs, and this is not just a development for one building, but it draws people in, and it means business for other or increased business for other establishments along Central Avenue.
In today's political climate, a much-needed example of Washington working for the folks back home. Now, there are plans for more businesses to come into the area, but right now the focus is really turning into fixing up those vacant properties on the upstairs of those historic properties, turning them into hotels, offices, and even apartments. Live in Hot Springs, Winnie Wright, THV11.